One of the most electric players in NFL history, now sitting next to Shaun O'Hara from Allen Park, Michigan.
All right, I'm joined now by legendary Hall of Fame running back Barry Sanders. Barry, it's always great to see you. This is a special day. This is the 18th anniversary of your induction in the Hall of Fame, so happy anniversary. Obviously, we just had the Hall of Fame weekend. I'm just curious, when the festivities go on and you kind of have a chance to reflect on what that meant for you in your career, what comes to mind?
Well, it's hard to believe it's been 18 years, but that was such a monumental day in the life of my family and my teammates and so many who, that I'm connected to, and obviously my Detroit Lions family. And just what the game has meant to me all my life, and my dad been such a big fan. He was still around then, able to enjoy that. So this is always a special time of year, just the whole Hall of Fame celebration, getting together with fellow Hall of Famers and just enjoying all the moments.
Yeah, you mentioned the connection with the Hall of Fame, and obviously you've got a great connection here with the Lions and with the administration and with the fans. So what brings you out here today, and what always excites you the most anytime you get to come to practice?
Well, for me, initially I was coming out, to say hi to some fans. The weather sort of, kind of had to change our plans a little bit. But and also obviously to watch practice, and just get a feel, get an eye on the guys. And hey, look, I mean, Lions fans are so excited about this season.
Yes.
And there's so much anticipation going into this season. I mean, I think ever since those early University of Michigan games, we've had our eye on Mr. Hutchinson. Yeah. We are just beside ourselves that he ended up in our hands. The young receiver from Alabama. We feel great about our draft. Obviously, Coach Campbell is one of those guys that people love to listen to, love to follow. And looking at the end of last season, the team finished strong, played hard. And so, yeah, there's so much anticipation going into this season for this team.
Yeah, a lot of excitement for the homegrown kid, right? Aiden Hutchinson
Absolutely.
Being here from Michigan, that's big. You mentioned Jameson Williams, the receiver from Alabama. Obviously, Jared Goff looking to parlay on the strong finish he had last year. I want to talk to you about DeAndre Swift. All right, obviously, anytime you play running back for the Detroit Lions, you get compared to you, and that's not always fair for some of these guys. But DeAndre Swift has shown a lot of speed, some explosive plays, some power. He looks like he's bulked on a little bit of mass. What do you see in DeAndre Swift's game that reminds you of you, or some of the things that you like?
Oh yeah, I think he's certainly one of those guys that going into this season, man, he should have a big year, and we're expecting a big year from him. I mean, you just look at his progression, the ball out of the backfield, and using his quickness and speed, and his ability in open field. So yeah, I definitely have my eye on DeAndre. You got one of the top offensive lines rated, in this league, and so that's really saying something. So that you would think that that should be a really big advantage for him this year.
Yeah, no doubt the offensive line is going to play a factor in that. Barry, listen, I've got to geek out a little bit here because, I grew up watching you. I was born in Chicago, so I was naturally a Bears fan, and you always seemed to have some of your best plays, the best runs against the Bears. But you were Mr. Electric. Every single time you touched the football, it was a must-see TV, and everybody kind of held their breath waiting for a big play. So I'm curious, is there a player in the NFL now that you feel like, hey, if you're turning the channels and you turn on a game, that's like, you know what, I want to watch that kid. I want to see what he's doing?
Oh, yeah. There's, I think, really a good number of young running backs in the game that I would stop and watch, and even not so young. I mean, the first on that list would probably be Derrick Henry, the Tom Brady or something like that. And then the young kid, Jonathan Taylor, I mean, you look at what he did last year.
Yeah.
In carrying his team and leading the league in rushing. I think, the sky's the limit for him. I'm still kind of annoyed at how his team finished the season last year with not giving him, enough carries at the end of the season to be able to make it into the playoffs. I know that's another story, but anyway, Jonathan Taylor, And then guys like Zeke Elliott, like that. I like watching Deke, and then being in our division, Dalvin Cook.
Yes.
He's another good running back in the league. So there's definitely a handful of guys that I like to watch.
All right, so HBO Hard Knocks is here for the Detroit Lions. I'm curious, how would you feel if you were in training camp and HBO was here filming everything you were doing?
I think, you know what, I mean, I think it would be fun. I think it's great exposure. I think it would probably take some getting used to. For some guys, I mean, everyone has a different, opinion of it. I know it's a very popular show among players, so and at the end of the day, it's a great thing for the fans, and anything that can keep them involved. But yeah, so there's definitely a lot of excitement and buzz about the fact that the Lions are on Hard Knocks this year, and hopefully they can bring us good luck.
Sounds good. Are we going to see you make an appearance on Hard Knocks this year? Anything lined up while you're here?
I would hope they would have like a little camera time for an old guy like myself. I mean,
I think they can find room.
Maybe they can fit me in somewhere. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, if you're not busy filming another commercial or doing another highlight, yeah.
I think that would be nice of them if they would find some time.
If they asked you to do any drills out there in the field, would you be game?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely. As long as it's kind of light.
You still got a couple spin moves in there.
There's a trainer close by.
Yeah, no full contact, no pads.
Right, exactly. Right.
You're not allowed to touch it. We'll put a red jersey on.
Though. Like the little ladder drill or something like that.
Okay. Still
so.
got that. All right. Well, Barry, listen, thanks so much for taking the time. It's always great to see you, and looking forward to seeing the Detroit Lions get some business done today.
Absolutely, man. Great to be here.
Thanks, Barry.
Great access. We've had some phenomenal Cowboys drills here, which we'll get back to here in a little bit. But as we await the Cowboys guests to join us here in Oxnard, we got a guest joining our Super Bowl champion, Shaun O'Hara, out in Allen Park, Michigan. Shaun, take it away, my friend.
Thanks, Rhett. Yeah, I'm here with DeAndre Swift. Everybody calls you Dre or Swifty, right? Nobody actually calls you DeAndre anymore unless you're in trouble.
Me by my first name.
Right? Yeah, all right. Well, Dre, thanks for joining us. Listen, obviously practice today, there was rain, there was sun, then there was rain, now it's back to sun. But you had a perch on the sideline, right? You're healthy, you're feeling good, but today you got a vet day, is that right?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but a little vet day coming off a scrimmage. So, yeah, they gave me a little day off.
All right, you feel a little guilty right now saying that, right?
I hate sitting on the sideline watching the guys work, but yeah, they gave me a little vet day.
You don't like missing out,
Not
no
at
doubt.
all.
Well, listen, you're coming off of a big season last year, obviously 1,000 yards. You got banged up with the shoulder. How's the shoulder feeling?
I feel good. Not even thinking about it. Like you said earlier, ready to work.
Well, last year I thought you showed some big explosive plays. You had a nice big run against the Browns. You had another big screen play. I think it was against the Chiefs, maybe.
Rams, probably.
Rams. That's right.
Rams.
Yeah, the Super Bowl champ Rams, right?
Super Bowl champ.
So I'm just curious. You got a new offense. Was it speed or was it strength?
Which
was it?
It was my
strength. Was it 68?
68.
Yeah. How is that possible?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Hopefully we get that taken care of.
Has there been an adjustment yet?
I believe so. I think it's in the works. It gave me a little hotline number to call, but it's in the works.
All right, we got to send more workout videos out there for people to see how many bars you're putting up. Well, listen, Barry Sanders is here at practice, and we actually talked to him earlier on. I had a chance to talk to him. I asked him about you, and here's what he had to say about you and your game.
I think he's certainly one of those guys that going into this season, man, he should have a big year, and we're expecting a big year from him. I think, you just look at his progression over his first few years. He's shown that he's been able to make that transition, catching the ball out of the backfield and using his quickness and speed and his ability in open field. So yeah, I definitely have my eye on DeAndre.
All right, he's got his eye on you, Dre. What do you think about that?
I mean a lot, especially coming from a guy like that. My favorite running backs growing up, you're a legend. So anything you got to say positive about me, I mean a lot.
Yeah, he made note of your elusive ability and your open field awareness and acceleration. So it's always great to hear a legend like that talking about your game. I want to ask you personally, there's some good running backs in this division. Are you the best running back in the NFC North?
I believe when everything's going right, I feel like I'm the best out there, most definitely.
What is it that you do best?
I feel like I can be the consistent back, third down, first to third down, do whatever you need me to do, block, pass, protect, catch the ball, get downhill, run in between the tackles, got the speed to take it to the house. I feel like I could do it all.
Could do it all. All right, listen, I'm going to put you on the spot right now because I know running backs love their offensive linemen. So here's your chance to give some praise to the big fellas up front, who I noticed they cut out of practice a little bit early today too. So they're feeling guilty in there. But give me some dirt on the big boys up front. And who's your favorite O-lineman?
My favorite O-lineman got to be Jordan Jackson. Favorite O-lineman got to be Jordan Jackson.
All right, Scarlet Knight. That's my Rutgers guy.
Right there. But all 5 of them guys up front, they do a great job. Excited to see what they do. Everybody's healthy up there. They're doing a great job. A great camp so far. Excited to see how they get things rolling for us.
All right, I know you guys drafted Jamison Williams this year. I know he hasn't been able to do any drills or be on the field really, but have you had a chance to get to know him and spend some time with him?
Yeah, most definitely. And he's locked in too. It's like he's out there knowing what he's doing, his assignments, and he's out there locked in. So that's a guy I'm excited to watch when he get back out there as well.
All right, what about Aiden Hutchinson? Have you had to block him yet?
That's the guy right there. He's going to be a problem. He's a pro already. You can tell he got that mentality. He's focused when he walks in the building every single day. Great pickup for us.
All right, so if you're playing against Aiden Hutchinson in a game and you got to block him, are you staying up or are you going low?
I'm cutting him.
Are you cutting him? All right, well, that's not going to improve your man rating if you go low.
I'm cutting it. If he's free and he full speed of me, I'm cutting it.
All right, it's probably the smart move. Go low. He's a big, tall tree. Well, Dre, listen, I really appreciate the time. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck tomorrow with your big scrimmage.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Red, back to you.